National 5 Maths, Practice Paper F, Paper 2. In the first question, we've got to give our answer in scientific notation. We've got to calculate the circumference of the orbit. So circumference is pi times diameter. Now, you can also say circumference is pi. Now, diameter is 2 times the radius. So it's 2 times the radius because we're given the radius here rather than the diameter. So we can say that is pi times 2 times 4.96 times 10 to the power of 7. Now make sure you use the pi button, just a bit more accurate rather than just using 3.14. We multiply all that together, we get 311,645,991.2. It doesn't ask us for any certain number of decimal places or significant figures or anything like that. But it does ask us to have it in scientific notation. Now we're not going to write it down all those numbers, so we're just going to round it. I'm going to go for 3 significant figures. So there's my third one there. That's going to round up to a 2. So it'll be 3.12. So after the 3, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Don't count the ones after the decimal. So it's 3.12 times 10 to the power of 8. And that's going to be in kilometres. For question 2, it's a decreased question. It's going down by 8% each year, and we want to find out how much it's worth after 4 years. So 100%, now it's subtracting because it's going down in value, and that gives us 100%, take away 8% is 92, and we're going to use 0.92 as our decimal. So it's 35,000 times 0.92. It's after 4 years, so it's to the power of 4, and that gives us 25073.75, and it's money, so you want to have 2 numbers after the decimal point, unless they're just zeros. In question 3, changing the subject to the formula to x, we've got an a here, we've got plus a, so we've got to get rid of that. We're dividing by c, so we've got to get rid of that from the left hand side. So we can subtract a from both sides. Then if we multiply both sides by c, that's going to get rid of that c on this side. Those will cancel out, and we're going to multiply that by c, so we'll put a c in front of the bracket like so. So x equals c brackets b minus a. If you multiplied it out and wrote cb minus ca, that's fine as well, but there's no need to. Then question 4, we've got to solve algebraically the system of equations. So we're going to use simultaneous equations. We've got 4x's and 5x's, 2y and 3y, so we need to have either the same number of x's or the same number of y's. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to multiply the first equation by 3 and the second one by 2. So my new equation is going to be 12x plus 6y equals 39, and the other one is going to be 10x plus 6y equals 34. So we've got the same number of y's now. They're both positive, so I'm going to subtract to get rid of those. So 12x take away 10x is 2x equals 5. Divide by 2, so x is 5 over 2. You can get fraction or decimal answers. You could write that as 2.5. Don't always be put off if you think that looks wrong. You can find out if it's wrong or not by doing a check in a wee while. You then pick one of the equations. It doesn't matter which one. I'll just pick the top one. So 4 times x, so it's 4 times 5 over 2, because that's your value for x, plus 2y equals 13. So 4 times 5 is 20, so it's 20 over 2, plus 2y equals 13. 20 over 2 is 10, so 10 plus 2y equals 13. Subtracting 10 from both sides, dividing by 2, y equals 3 over 2. Now quite often these might be equations of 2 straight lines. If you want to find where they intersect, it could also ask you for the coordinate where they intersect. It doesn't do that here, but it could. If that was the case, then you'd need to write down the point of intersection. So 5 over 2 would be your x, and 3 over 2 would be your y, or 2.5 and 1.5 would also be acceptable answers.